And how are we? This is a strange, strange day for some of us. It is. And 20 years ago, the world changed, at least for many of us. And over that amount of time, I've talked with many, many people about it. What does it mean? What does the future hold? It's pretty deep. Thinking back to that initial day, I think many of us remember where we were, what was going on, how we felt. I do remember vividly, and I feel a bit guilty about streaming right now because the Synthfest is going on. And frankly, if you haven't seen the Synthfest yet, you can see it right there, Synthfest online. Go there. Check them out. SynthLab is on right now. One of my favorite bunch of people. And they're killing it. I just couldn't take seeing Lyra anymore. Lyra. I'm not worthy of Lyra. Every time Lyra comes on, I can't control myself. I get this urge to type in repeated letters like E's and O's and umlauts. Yeah. But at any rate, in all seriousness, I remember vividly I was on my way to teach a class at Central Connecticut State University in New Britain, Connecticut. That's how they say it there. New Britain. I'm from New Britain. It's one way of saying it. And I was on the highway. I was listening to the morning news. And poof, the world changed. I remember being completely alarmed and freaked out. I must have driven over 100 miles an hour. I quickly got to my destination. I almost turned around and came home. And in fact, when I got there, I did turn around. And it was bizarre. People were driving like crazy. They were driving fast and furious, and it was something that you really felt like the world could end. There was that feeling of fear deeply seated inside. And not to say that it wasn't real, or if it wasn't merited, it was. I mean, think about how many movies we've all seen, the end of the world scenarios and all that stuff. So we've been kind of programmed to think this way. I certainly wasn't any different. So I remember, and I just remember watching in absolute horror as these events unfolded, and worrying about my friends in New York City. The phone lines, of course, were completely... You couldn't make a phone call. It was totally... I mean, I never experienced anything like that. So I couldn't get through to any of my friends who I was trying to call. Are you okay? Is everything okay? What's going on? Not even text messages. And that was a very sobering moment, you know? And it was just kind of like, now what? What's going to happen? Is there going to be more? Is it going to happen all over the country, all over the world? Because that was definitely going through my and many people's minds. It's a very somber day today for some people. And so I would like to remember it. But I don't want to dwell on how terrible it was and how sad it is and all that. We all know that. I just had a major deja vu just now. It's just weird. We all know that, but to focus on what did we learn? What did we learn? By the way, up here, 909 Rave Caves Synth Fest is going on right now. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Go to Synthfest online or go and check out Synth Lab. They're on right now. So, what have we learned? Do I have answers? I do not. I kind of feel like we didn't learn anything. That's the truth. We learned about it. We learned what the event was. We learned how terrible it was. We learned that there are bad people in this world who have reasons to hurt other people in this world. But in their minds, they're not being bad. They have a very strong cause. Which, well, they have to believe that what they're doing is good. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. To get into that mindset is not easy. To even think that way feels heretical. Yet, in a weird way, there's Synthfest right there. In a weird way, one of the things perhaps that I've learned is we're not very full of empathy towards others. So maybe that's something that we can learn from. It would be a good thing if we can learn from this. You know? So, at any rate, welcome lurkers. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Effin Izzy. It is 10:31 Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time, or Eastern Daylight Savings Time on the East Coast of the United States. And the East Coast of the United States was very, very much affected by this event from 20 years ago. The Forgotten Astronaut. Hello. I loved your set, man. Really, really beautiful. I really, really dug it. I loved your visuals. It was beautiful. I loved your sound design. It was beautiful. Very, very delicate, carefully thought out. I identify with what you were doing because I like to do sound design along those lines with that kind of philosophy that you have. And in fact, today I've been torn. I was thinking I wouldn't broadcast because of the Synthfest, but maybe one or two people can pop by and all that stuff. That's fine. I'm just going to do a little work I've been lurking on the Synthfest for the last several days and feeling inspired to do work. The Forgotten Astronaut did an amazing set on the Synthfest, for those of you out there lurking. It was visually stunning, and the music was really engaging, very mellow and spacey and beautiful and deep. So I'm hoping that in the future, Forgotten Astronaut, actually I think you are the rediscovered astronaut. That's what Actitect wrote, which I agree with him. I think you should do a longer set. It's not easy. It's not. My first set was in April or March. I don't even remember now. And I did an hour, which, I timed exactly. I had 3 pieces, 2 15-minute pieces and 1 half-hour piece. I'd set it up. Oh, no, they are not just kind words, my friend. They are meant very, very much from the heart. Absolutely, And it was very tight, so I couldn't talk too much. I was very nervous on my first Synthfest, but I loved it. And The Forgotten Astronaut, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a wonderful experience. You get exposed to a lot of people. There's a lot of positivity in there. A lot of people are very supportive. Yes, collaboration. You were very nervous. That's good. That means you care. That's all right. You didn't look nervous. You looked fine. Where are you situated, by the way, Forgotten Astronaut? I'm just curious where you are in the world. I'm on the East Coast of the United States, and right now it is 10:34 p.m. I don't know if you are in the United States or you're somewhere else. I'm guessing somewhere else, but who knows? And one of the cool things is at the Synthfest, you see people from all around the world, which I just love. I think it's fantastic. Barcelona, Catalonia, fantastic! Oh my goodness, I have a bunch of friends from Barcelona. I can't say it. Naturalmente, seguramente, por supuesto, exactamente. That's all I know. But when I was studying in Hungary, I was studying piano, and you live in space. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Yes. That's because thank you. I was surrounded by a lot of people from Spain, the Canary Islands, Uruguay. There were many people who spoke Spanish from Mexico. Yes, beautiful spaceship, actually. And we would all hang out after practicing all day and go to a nice concert and then some dinner. And they would be speaking in Spanish a lot and sometimes in English. And one of my dear friends, Adolfo Pla, yes, they are amazing, was a close friend of mine, a really magnificent pianist. I think he's in Barcelona as well, at the conservatory, I think. He may have moved on. I'm not sure. But, yeah. Canary Islands, yeah. I know somebody who lived there, came from there. Another person from Liechtenstein. Several people from Finland, Japan. All over the world. We were all over the world there. It was just an amazing group of people there, and as is an amazing group of people here on Twitch. I just hope that we don't get overrun by these bots, these obnoxious bots that are taking over. Your uncle lives there. Ooh, so you get to visit. That's nice. Very, very nice. Excellent. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do today, Forgotten Astronaut, is I'm going to work in a program called, which I'm sure you're familiar with, Ableton Live. And I'm just going to essentially, here, I'll get myself so you can see me proper. I'm taking this sound right now, which is a sound design that I did before. Synthfest is crazy and it's awesome. And hey, how's it going? Whoa. Let's go back to the main red. Here we go. That's a little better. A little trippy, sort of. Yeah. And I'm just going to work on this piece a little bit and sound design it. I have no idea what I'm going to do at this stage, but we'll see. And this is essentially, let's see if I can get there. Here, I'll put it up here so you can see it. Okay. So I might do some piano playing tonight. I might do some work on this. Turbo, how's it going, man? Turbojet meet the Forgotten Astronaut. The Forgotten Astronaut did an amazing set earlier today on the Synthfest, which is happening right now, folks. All you lurkers out there, Synthfest Online. Go and check it out. Yeah, the Forgotten Astronaut. Fantastic. And Turbojet is a dear friend of mine who I've known forever. And we go way back. We've done a lot of projects together, and it's been a fun time. So, here we go. I'm just going to play through the original, which is this one here. And I'm going to start picking it apart and choosing little moments, and then maybe work on piecing something together. Maybe even perform it. Who knows? You know? All right. So I'm just going to play through it. Let's see here. I'm not playing through it. Hold on. Here we go. This is the original, so let me play through that. Give me a second. Boom. Here we go. Doing this, I wasn't necessarily thinking that this would be a piece. I was just kind of sound design exploring. So now I'm going to pick it apart a little bit. And by the way, the Forgotten Astronaut, who was doing the visuals for you? Was that your wife or a collaborator? Another artist, I'm assuming. Really beautiful. Obviously, I'm just playing around with some filters, some envelopes. Turbojet, when you get a chance, you should go and check out the Forgotten Astronaut. Follow him and check out his VOD, his video on demand of the Synthfest. You will not be disappointed. Trust me. remember this part. So far, it's the same texture. It's very nice, but I might use part of it. Something here, maybe. We'll see. I just checked SynthLab is still on. I figured this will be a kind of a mellow session because everybody else is watching the Synthfest. Okay, so we're back to the drone. I think I'm going to take some snippets of this, stretch it out tremendously, EQ so the harmonics really come out. Yeah, earlier, Turbo, if you were lurking, you heard what I was talking about, probably. About this day. Turbojet lives in New York City, folks. Sorry, I didn't mean to out you. But today is a very potent day for New Yorkers. Yeah. I'm sure you do, as do I. How far away from it were you, Turbo? Did you actually hear the event happen, or did you... I'm just curious. Everybody has a story about that day. At least folks here on the East Coast. I know that my relatives, in Hungary were completely stunned when they watched these images. They couldn't believe it. They thought, how this is not possible. But it is. You were in Times Square watching live on the jumbo screens. Holy crap. That's right, at that time you were living right by Times Square. So, were there huge throngs of people there watching Turbo? I'm assuming there was just a large crowd of people. That's also kind of surreal thinking back now, that huge throngs of people, huge crowds of people. Right now, we can't really do that. It's so weird. We live in a very strange time. Thousands. Silent. Yeah. I can imagine. I also remember how long it took to clean that up. I remember watching those buildings being built in the 70s when I was a boy, marveling at how they built those things. You could smell it for weeks. Yeah. I even have pictures of family members standing where you can see it and it's not finished. They're still being built. Just crazy. You assume that these things will be there forever. Entirely sold on this track. It's nice and droney and all that stuff, but there's nothing here that really you like it? Okay. I like it, but I'm just kind of not inspired, but I'll be inspired if I granulate it and destroy it and do things to it. Okay. Well, then this has a function. I'm glad to hear that. That's cool. And for those of you just joining, welcome lurkers. It is 10:51 on the East Coast of the United States of America. And I'm F and Izzy. We are listening to this improvised kind of droney ambient little track that I'm going to play with. And if you haven't checked it out, you need to go and check out the Synth Fest, which is happening right now, synthfest.online. They have 909 rave caves. So the theme is this idea of a 909, the Roland 909. Turbo, what was the drum machine that you had? Was it a 909? Or do you still have it? You have a 707? Really? Holy crap. Is it still functional? Oh. Turbo. You just became much more sexy, Turbo. Not that you weren't before, my friend. There may be a 707 fest. Ah, thank you. I shall hydrate. Thank you, Forgotten Astronaut. I'm glad you clarified that, Turbo. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm gonna. This actually is some water with some tart cherry juice in it. So I'm gonna have some. Thank you. I muted my mic so you wouldn't hear me going like that. Okay. I thought there was more to this track, I'm going to be brutally honest. But I can play with it. It's got a very dark tone to it, which is, well, how shall I say? It's kind of appropriate for today. In a way, you know? I like those little bits of distortion that take place, that overload. Another thing, Turbo, that I was talking about earlier, which you may or may not have heard, was the question of what have we learned? And Turbo and I get into very deep. Damn sight? What? Am I in a time warp? Hello, friend. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. It's so good to see you, damn sight. Not that it's not good to see Turbojet or the Forgotten Astronaut. You are all lovely people too. But, oh great, I just had one of those bots follow me. Let me just report it. This is ridiculous. I'm reporting it. Breaking Twitches. Oh, no. Oh, that's not it. Let's report them again. In fact, let me ban them. See if I can do this. We've had this... Nice to see you, man. Seriously, I just got distracted because... I'm being followed by bots again. Last night, we had... an insane amount. I was watching Bleep Temple do his thing, and I'm not going to ban you, but Bleep Temple was doing his thing, and let me see if I can ban this. Can I? No, I don't want to click on his site. Let's see. I'm just looking here. Block. Yes. Goodbye. Good. Or I should say, bye-bye. These like this Haas HOSS 00312, they're bots that have been just infesting Twitch, and I'm not sure, maybe elsewhere as well. And Twitch just sued several people who are responsible for these hate raids and things like that, which I'm happy Twitch did that. But I have a feeling suddenly there's just been this uptick in huge amounts of this HOSS and HOST follows of these bots. And it feels like retribution, like they're coming after us for how dare you, sue us and all that stuff. And this is a form of kind of digital terrorism when you think about it. This kind of digital bullying, which is just sad. But at any rate, enough of that. Let's do some work. Damn sight, man. Damn sight, say hi to Turbojet. You guys know each other, I think. And the Forgotten Astronaut. Damn sight, if you get a chance to see any of the Synth Fest, check out. Did you see the Forgotten Astronaut? Hey, how's it going, Aeon Upheaval? Yeah, you're right, Aeon Upheaval. the tools they use, yeah, anyone can use, I know. And it comes down to a question of ethics and morals, right? Like, why would you do this? Just because they can. So is it a group of 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds who are doing this, just going, yuck, yuck, giggle, giggle, let's be jerks? Or is this some sad incel that's, sitting behind a chair who got a no from some girl and they're taking their revenge out on women and on the world? I don't know. But it's kind of sad, isn't it? So, at any rate, say hi to Aeon Upheaval and Turbojet and Damn Sight. You guys are all cool. The Forgotten Astronaut. If you get a chance to check out the Forgotten Astronauts Synthfest VOD earlier today, it's pretty stunning. He did an hour. He did a shorter stretch, and then it's worth watching. And right now we have the Synthfest happening right now at this very moment. So here, let's see. Let's take some bits of this. I'm going to copy this puppy over here and do some sound designing. So I just want to take a bit of a sample here. Let's just do 4. We're just going to do 4 here. And, oops, that's not what I want. Yeah, well, that's fine. Here we go. Let's see. Length sample loop. Okay. Where are you? Okay. Loop is. Here we go. Okay, so let me see here. Give me a second. I'm just gonna play around with this a little bit. Yeah. But Aeon Upheaval is totally right that anyone can do this, and anyone can be an asshole based on this. You think it's a waste of time, but it really bugs you. A vaccine, right? It's kind of like they're like, I think of them as kind of like bed bugs. You know what I'm saying? Bed bugs are hard to get rid of, and they're annoying and just an infestation. And oh man, fortunately, I have not had to deal with bed bugs, thank goodness. But I know some people who had to deal with it, and it's just never ending. Essentially, you have to basically get a new bed. Let's see here. Let me start over here. Okay. All right. A little more interesting. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Cool. I don't need this to be 16 bars. Let's bring it back to 4. Okay, I'm digging that. That's kind of fun. Let's use that puppy. I'm definitely going to enjoy using that. This guy I'm just going to kind of put over here. I'm not using these guys right now. And we'll just keep this guy. Okay. Copy that, paste it, and we're going to look at this guy. Oh, I copied the wrong thing. Hang on. What? I did, okay. Yeah, it would be good to get a vaccine against it, wouldn't it? Twitch, I was saying earlier that Twitch sued some of the people involved in the hate raids and all that stuff, and so this feels like retribution to me. Because I was watching Bleep Temple last night do his thing in the Synthfest, and well, I was there right before he started, and there must have been like 15 or 20 of these HOS bots that suddenly just followed him. And he was sitting there trying to ban them, and block them and stuff like that before the session started. What a pain in the ass. And he just said, meh, what can you do about it? And so I don't know. I don't think it's our responsibility to have to do this. I think Twitch needs to step up to the plate, but I think they are. But there's only so much you can do, right? Yeah, let's see. Twitch should really make it possible to have locked off chat rooms for trusted viewers, simply more options where broadcasters could close down public chat completely to strangers. You know, and I agree with you. Although I had mentioned, I was in a discussion last night with SynthLab, actually Xenon Cool, who was Xeno Cool, and he was doing a set, and he kind of felt that this way you're blocking all these people from coming in and saying hi or checking you out, and that it's not very inclusive. And I understand what he's saying. I kind of feel like, okay, well, you should set up a followers only chat, but then these bots follow you. So maybe one of the things that Twitch could enable is enabling following. So if somebody follows you, you have to click yes. Because, for example, on Dorkbook Facebook, if I follow you or want to friend you, you need to say confirmed. Yes. And then now you and I are friends. Otherwise, I cannot friend you. It is... Yeah, it's a tough one, you know, because SynthLab certainly, or I should say Xenocool, certainly had a point that you exclude a lot of people if you do that kind of stuff. But maybe it's just a temporary scenario, a temporary situation. I don't know. But Ian Upheaval, where are you located, Ian Upheaval? I'm just curious. Damn Site's out in South Korea. Turbojet is in New York City, which you can imagine today is a very... Well, it's a somber day today. You're in Norway. Cool. Ian, that's awesome. Do you like it in Norway? I've always had kind of dreams of going and checking out Norway. And then the Forgotten Astronaut is from Barcelona, Spain. So already, just in our little group here, we're all over the world. Oh, you're semi-sick after the second vaccine? Sorry, man. Yeah. I was fine. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's rough. When I got my second vaccine, I think I felt like crap for a day. Basically. By the second day, I was fine. My wife got every possible side effect you can imagine, the poor dear, and she felt miserable for 5 days. You felt drunk all day long. Ugh. That's not cool when you don't want to feel drunk. Dizzy, oh boy. Well, stay in bed, man. Stay in bed and drink lots of fluid. Sounds stupid, but it's true. But I'm sorry, man. There's several people I know who had very intense reactions to the vaccine, and others who are just like, no problem. So it's unpredictable. But and I'm happy I have them. That's all I can say, because I'm surrounded by kids. Yeah, man. Damn Site. It's really good to see you, man. You are a damn sight for sore eyes. That's all I can say. And yeah, I agree with you, Ian Upheaval. Damn Site, it's true. And by the way, I loved your album. Thank you. Seriously, I didn't get a chance to go and comment on it. I will. Everything, and check out, folks, check out Damn Site's music. It's amazing. It's really beautiful. He's on Bandcamp, and he's also here on Twitch, of course. He has several albums out that are really, really cool, beautiful stuff, you know? Eon Upheaval, do you have any stuff out on Bandcamp or anything like that? I'm just curious. Because I'll plug you guys. Let me see if my shout out works, because my shout out wasn't working last time. So let me give you guys a shout out. Okay, let's see if this worked. Last time this wasn't working, and I don't know why. I did a shout out and then it should show your info, right? But it's not doing it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's okay, man. You'll make some, man. It's cool. You know? Just keep at it, man. Keep at it. I know you use Ableton, right? Or are you using Bitwig? Which one are you using? I remember you mentioning Ableton and stuff like that. Or were you using something else? It's been a while. I'm trying to remember what you said. Damn Sight uses some cool stuff. Harrison Mixbus, which is kind of cool. Ableton and Cubase. Gotcha. You like Cubase? You're using a PC, if I remember correctly, right? Cubase is pretty darn good. And Damn Sight's using Cubase too. You see, the shout out didn't work, right? Do you guys see it? Because I see where I wrote shout out at Damn Sight, right? You can see it too. But the bot that should come in and say, oh, and take you to their site didn't work. Weird. I have to investigate that. Yeah. I don't use Cubase, but I've always liked it. You know, it's like I'm not going to buy yet another DAW because I use Digital Performer, I use Logic, I use Reason, and then here I have Ableton Live. It's like I don't need any more. Yeah, they work differently, right? Yeah. So here, I copied the wrong thing here, so hang on just a second. Okay, here we go. All right, now let's take you. Yeah. I mean, I find that these are all tools, and we work differently with each tool, and it shapes you, you know. Turbojet uses Ableton Live, and he has these controllers too. He likes to use these guys, the APC. This is APC 20, and that's in the APC 40. He's got the APC 40, but the more modern version than what I have. And the more modern version is kind of cool. It's much lighter, much more portable. This is built like a tank, and it's metal and it's heavy, which I like. But right now with my back problems, if I wanted to carry it, it's heavier. So I like the lighter ones. So, and it's got fun colors. Yeah. I don't have the push controller. I just haven't been interested in the push controller because I don't need a keyboard to play notes. You know, I can play notes on the keyboard because I'm a keyboardist. So I don't need some grid set up with an A major scale, so I don't have to worry about a C sharp or whatever, you know. So it's kind of pointless for me. But there's a lot of stuff that the push can do, so I'm oversimplifying it. I understand. I like the fact that I can see what I'm editing and stuff like that. Let's see. Let's do a couple of more. Let's do that one. Let's do this one. Yes, it is an upheaval. It is. And it feels so good when you're playing it. Although, one thing that's really irritating is that the APC 40s are really hard to program for other software. Like, I would love to be able to use the APC 40 easily in Ableton. Not Ableton, I mean Reason. But in Reason, I have to program every little button to control every little thing. And sometimes it doesn't remember it, which is really annoying. When I open it up the next time, it's not mapped again. Really bizarre. Not sure why. Logic apparently has some kind of maybe compatibility. Digital Performer, the latest version 11, has APC 40 support, which kind of blew my mind. I guess they're getting desperate because a lot of people are jumping ship because, well, they haven't done much in the last few years. And then they kind of copied Ableton a little bit with the clip window, which amazes me that they didn't get sued. And their upgrades are all like $300. You know, it's so expensive. I just couldn't afford it. I'm a musician. I'm not a business. I don't know what. I'm a musician, man. I just don't have that kind of money all the time to spend. What little money I have, I spend on stuff like that. And, that way I can play around with it, Bitwig. Yeah. Bitwig too. I just haven't gone that route because I have Ableton. I don't know. But Bitwig looks pretty cool. Eon, have you tried Bitwig? Have you messed around with it? Turbo, have you tried Bitwig at all? Do you know Bitwig at all? It's kind of an Ableton clone. And it's created by one of the original developers for Ableton. Yeah. It's pretty cool looking, actually. It looks similar to Ableton. It has that clips function, I mean, honestly, I almost never use the arranger window. I don't really... It's got shortcomings for me, There's other programs that have much better editing capabilities and are much more comfy to use. It's gotten better, though. It's gotten better. You think same got Ableton and feel pointless? Yeah, right. You got it. Understandable. There is another program that's kind of cool that I've been checking out called Reaper, which is free. It's a fantastic program, actually. I'm really impressed with it. I don't really want to use it deeply just because, well, I already have all these other programs. But there are a ton of students who I'm teaching who have zero money. And they are not going to drop $200 on Logic, which actually is one of the better $200 I've ever spent. They're certainly not going to drop $400 on Ableton or Reason or Digital Performer, or I forget what Cubase is, how much it is. I know there's different versions, right? I think you can get a basic student version for $99 and stuff like that, but it's only 4 tracks. Let's see. It's sometimes fun to record clips, improv the arrange window. Okay. You record every move and you can go and edit it. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Turbo. What I'll do is when I'm recording a performance, I'll set up all my clips and then I'll perform it and I'll record it. And then I'll go over to the arranger view afterwards. And then, like what you just said, I might add another synth line in or edit, shorten this, maybe this went on too long or whatever, and do a quick thing. But usually what I do is I will export all the stems and then edit those in Digital Performer, or I'll edit them in Logic. And then basically master it and export it. I like doing work in Digital Performer more than Logic, even though I have to say Logic is amazing. I'm getting sold on it, but I'm an old guy, you know? So let's see. Hang on. Okay, let me see something. Okay, I like that one. But it's not quite right. Okay. Okay, we'll keep that one. Digging that. And copy. Paste that puppy. Okay, keep that one. And I'm gonna take that one, copy that one, and maybe put it down an octave. Okay, could work. All right, I'm thinking. Let me hear that one on its own, though. I'm liking that one. Let's take this guy, copy you, put you over here, and okay, I'm digging that. Tracks here, so hang on just a second. Ooh, that's creating some noise. Weird. Why is that doing that? That's strange. Okay. I always do 50 anyway to get started because it takes me a while to get through this. Thanks for hanging with me, folks. Seriously. I'm really I'm happy that you're with me here. And feel free to ask questions if you have questions or stuff like that. I'm just doing a little sound design here. And let me hear this guy. Okay. Hey there, Golden Ratio. How's it going, man? Nice of you to pop in. I'm FNZ, and I'm just doing some sound designing based on this file that I've been playing around with. So I am Besias Majaru. 0.618, Mr. Golden Ratio or Ms. Golden Ratio. Yeah, that golden ratio is a big deal. And oh, is it? It's damn sight. Is that your new? Are you shedding your damn sightness? That's cool. Yeah, you totally got me. Yeah. Are you shedding your damn sightness? Are you keeping it? I think you should keep it because I think it's awesome. I reminded you to shed your damn sightness. Aw, I like your damn sightness. I do. I have an FNizzy persona, and it is a little problematic in that I am a teacher. No, I don't. Well, I mean, now that I know who you are, Mr. Golden Ratio, then it's not confusing. I have some musician friends who have like 8 different aliases at least, and that's confusing. I can't keep track of who they are. And oh, you're this now. Okay. Oh no, you're not that. You're that. Gotcha. Wait, you released something with this name, but on that album with. Okay. But it's okay. I have a list. That's what lists are for. My friend with the 8 aliases, no problem. At least I don't have to remember, I can still call you Gordon. Gordonka. Yeah. Gordon's good name. So, Turbojet and all you folks out there, the golden ratio is previously damn sight, also known as Gordon. So, cool. All right, let's see where this is going to take us. So I'm just curious. We have a kind of a progression here. Not sure I'm going to go there, but, sometimes I feel very synth-festy, and I can't help myself. It's just like I got to put the drum machines on. And, for me, it's been so much fun to wear that wig, that outfit that's called, FNizzy, and that synth-festy stuff where I get to let my hair down and just be an electronic musician who does some techno and dance music and some weird sounds and stuff. Damn sight, were you here when I showed off this? Did you see this guy? This is a very cool die. It's a gelatinous die. It's got some really neat stuff on it. This is part of a Dungeons and Dragons set that a gelatinous cube, yeah. It's beautiful, and it feels so good in the hands. When you're playing around, you just have it in the hands. And so now I've been thinking a lot with this thing in my hand, and I feel evil with this. I feel, I must be evil with this gelatinous cube thing. So, oh yeah, and there's another thing that I need to show you, damn sight. I finally got that Dungeons and Dragons kit back. Yeah. We shall call it Preparation H. No. Okay. Oh, no good. Such a silly feels. Okay, I wasn't gonna go there, but I have to say those silly Mike Myers films, the Gold Member. I feel like an 8-year-old, and I can't help but sit there and giggle my way through it. Every now and then, when I'm in a bad place, I'll watch Gold Member and just giggle my way through it. Which is it insults everyone. Nobody is left uninsulted in that film. So it doesn't do any direct Hungarian insults, but it basically hints at everything wrong with everyone, and it's quite funny. Um, so, and Michael Caine was hilarious in that film too. So now the question is, what shall I do with this? We have more that I can play with. So this is the original. Hang on. Stop all clips. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to put... Generally what I do is I put the original... I bring the original file that I'm manipulating all the way to the bottom. And then I'll just label that bottom thing there. And so now I'm kind of just free to play around with this. Let me copy this puppy. Oh, I'm digging how that's off there. Sweet. Awesome. Let's bring you down in volume just a little bit. So, what a day today is. Damn sight, were you in the States when the planes hit the Twin Towers? I'm just curious. I'm sorry, Gordon. The Gordon ratio. Oh my God, Gordon ratio. I didn't even see it. That's my stupid dyslexia. I'm sorry, Gordon. The Gordon ratio. I misread things all the time. It's so frustrating. You moved to Korea just a few months before it. So, what was it like being there and experiencing that, seeing that? I'm just curious because I think all of us remember that day, You were playing at a bar and you saw, oh my God, that's right, because you guys are, 14 hours ahead of us, right? So, happened in the morning, so it would have been like late evening. Yeah. Turbojet was in New York at the time, and he walked out to Times Square, 11 p.m., right? He walked out to Times Square, and there were thousands of people, and he said it was silent. People were watching the giant screens, and it was just silence. People were just watching that. I mean, it makes sense, I mean, I would totally feel that, But it's also bizarre to even, right now, for me to even imagine being in a large crowd of people. to be on top of all that, where you're like, some serious shit's going down, it's terrible, and then you're in a crowd of people, which right now could kill you. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I was teaching at Central Connecticut State University, and I was going to go to a music and technology class to teach a music and technology class and sequencing, advanced sequencing and notation. And I was listening to the radio when it happened, and it was just like suddenly people were driving over 100 miles an hour all over the place. It was just craziness. It felt like the world was going to end. It was just so bizarre. And that's also where I got this, because they were essentially throwing that out. And it was used as a doorstop for 5 years while I was there. And I asked about it, and they said, well, it doesn't work. We're probably going to get rid of it. And I was like, well, I'll take it off your hands. Came home, plugged in some patch cords. It worked immediately. And I was so torn inside that, I should return this to them. It works. And then there's another, return it. It works. You should tell them that it works. Halo. That would be the right thing to do. Yes, you're right. And the other part was like, fuck that. They were going to throw it out. It was going to be in a dumpster, get rained on and ruined. Yeah, I think so. I think, 20 years ago. Yes. Yep. And so, it's funny because I originally wasn't thinking I would do a stream tonight. Yeah, I did. You were absolutely right, man. Eon Upheaval. I saved it from rusting. And you know what's funny, Eon, is that I have never had to do anything to repair it. It has worked ever since I got it. Everything on it, all the knobs, there's no dirty knobs, there's no pots that are making noise, no bad connections, even though I've been using it for years. I've been using it probably 20 years, actually. It's been 20 years. Holy crap, it has. It was 20 years. Because that was the year that I said, I'll take it off your hands. Wow, okay. 20 years. And that thing has been a very important part of my life. And right now it's sadly not connected, and I have to change that. But the reason that I was thinking I would stream tonight is because of the day that it is today. Even though the Synth Fest is going on, and I've been watching. Eon, have you been watching the Synth Fest at all? Eon's not feeling well, unfortunately, but it can make you feel better when you watch some of the Synthfest people. They're inspiring, and they actually made me want to come on and do some work, Did you see the Forgotten Astronauts thing, Eon? Did you see him? That was amazing. Truly. Just the visuals. Yeah, I do lurk as well. The visuals in that was astonishing, and the beautiful music that he had was this really beautiful, smooth sound design, very delicate kind of space music sound design, but it was deeper. Space music is an insult to call what he was doing. He was doing music, and it was deeper. It was beautiful, really stunning. And he had a little narration, which was awesome. I don't know, he's probably not here anymore, but he had this beautiful narration. It was like, welcome to the Forgotten Astronaut Synth, and he had it all planned out. It was really good. It was cool. I appreciated that, So, okay, let me see here. Let me see what this sounds like again. Okay. I'm just going to duplicate that. Copy. Cool. And then this guy, we're going to change the pitch slightly. Nice. Statute of limitations on guilt. Very true, Gordon. Gordon, you're absolutely right. I should stop feeling guilty about it. Yet I do. Why is that? I have gotten over guilt. It's been tough, but I've gotten over guilt in a lot of things in my life. Just I still feel guilt about that. I feel like, you should return. You should return it. You should return it. It still works, and you can have an educational. And I was like, shut up! They were fucking gonna throw it out into the dumpster. Welcome to my brain. So, yeah. I think with your help, Gordon, I will. If I feel guilt over something like that, I'm a good person. Yes, yes, I'm a good person. I'm a really good person. Shut the fuck up. You're a bad person. Anyway. Oh, Eon, it's okay, man. It's totally cool. Oh, man, you were drunk chatting. That happens a lot. You know, a lot of people get. I've seen. Oh man, have I seen some drunk chat going on? Whoa. Do not do not worry about that. Nobody judges with that. Seriously, you know. It's funny because there's several people that are in like Bleep Temple's streams and some others, Synth Lab streams. They're like, I'm really drunk. And so everyone's like, okay, we laugh at you. I get it. I totally get it. But Gordon's like, I might need to relax my goodness. Well, that's my effing Izzy persona, man. I'm embracing it. So, yeah. Mommy, why is he all red and has weird things coming out of his head? Yeah. Thank you, Golden. But Eon, seriously, do not feel. Nobody's going to judge you over that. That's the thing that I love about the Shrimpies and the Synthfest and the people who are here on Twitch. Most of them are very non-judgmental people, and we've all been there, man. One of my other Synthfest friends was shit-faced. And it was actually kind of funny. But we all knew, and it was fine, and he was fine the next day, and he felt a little strange, but we were all like, don't worry about it, man. It's totally cool. So let's see what else we got here. We got this guy. That's a little weirdly tuned. Here we go. Yeah, Synthfest is awesome. I agree. I've been so inspired by these people in Synthfest, because they have no pretense. They're sitting down and they have all this gear and they're just improvising and just letting it happen. And they're on the edge of a cliff, and they have a supportive group of people watching them because all of them have been on the edge of the cliff and stuff like that. So, Gordon, you're very sweet. Thank you, Gordon. You're very sweet. Thank you very much. Yeah, he's just trying to get on your good side. No, he's being very honest. Yeah, good side. I'm sure you guys have that going on in your head, right? Two very obnoxious voices going on. I always do. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, totally. So, I'm going to see if I can find some other gems hidden inside of this kind of bland, beautiful, but bland long sample that I have here. I think it's bland, but, we're going to see what we can do. So hang on, let's stop all clips. Let's copy this guy. We're going to move somewhere else with this now. So let's take you elsewhere. Come on. Let's hear you. Where are you? Okay, there you go. Let me take this off. texture is kind of cool. Voice is telling you go to sleep, and other voices don't do it. Well, right now, Ian, isn't it like it's like 5 o'clock in the morning in Norway, isn't it, dude? Let me see. It's 11:44 p.m. here on the East Coast. You're 5 or 6 hours. Is it 5 or 6 hours? You're 6 hours? Because I know Hungary is 6 hours. So that must be like 5:44 there. So that's what you are? I've been up that late too, yeah. But because now I'm teaching, I have to get up and be human, so I don't bite my students' heads off. You know? Yeah, okay, you slept all day because you feel like crap. Right. That's a problem. You know what my trick is, Eon? Drugs. Actually, I'm not kidding. Actually, what I do is I take children's Benadryl, which is, I don't know if they have that. They probably have that in Norway. Maybe it's called something else. But, I have a lot of allergies, so I take Benadryl, which helps me, but it's a liquid. And so you can pour less than what, you need. And so for me, I just do like a quarter dosage of Benadryl, and it knocks me out. I'm sleeping like a dead thing. It's great, except I snore like crazy when I'm on Benadryl, apparently, which freaks out the cat, apparently. Yeah, speaking of cats, we haven't done a Ziggy Fest in a long time. Yeah, children's liquid Benadryl. It's probably called something else in Norway. Who knows? But Benadryl is a antihistamine for allergies, and it's in liquid form, and it's the best because you just go to sleep. Sometimes those cold medicines also work, because they just make you drowsy and stuff like that. But let's see. Let's go and I want to find Ziggy because I have to. I just can't help myself, Let's see here. Where's Ziggy? Let's find Ziggy. Ziggy, where are you? Okay, let's see. Here's Ziggy. Ziggy. All the way over there. Let's just put that into Twitch Cats. And okay. Here we go. Now I'm just going to do this. So, let's see. Here's the progression of what happened earlier this week. So, okay. First of all, he's like, oh, wait. It's like, what's this? Oh, let me bite it. Oh, am I allowed to bite it? Oh, no. Okay. Wait, I'm just sitting in the sunbeam, sunning myself. Are you taking pictures of me? Why are you taking so many pictures of me? Are you some kind of weirdo? Wait, is he a weirdo? Is he like a creeper? Wait, okay. Are you done yet with your pictures? Jesus, come on. Okay, now, what? Stop telling me to look over there. Okay, take your picture. Okay, here we go. And now, right after that, this is Ziggy. What? Ziggy. So now I play hide and seek with him.
Ziggy, what's up, Ziggy?
Now he's like, okay, I'm gonna screw you up. He's got that pose where he's like, okay.
Yes?
Me? I wasn't gonna do anything to you.
Ziggy?
No, I wasn't gonna attack you. I'm still not gonna attack you. Hey man, I'm all innocent. And then the next one. This is right after it. What?
Hi, Ziggy.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why are you doing this? Are you weird or something? What's your problem?
Huh?
Why do you keep asking me? I don't speak English. And then... Uh-oh.
What's that?
Huh? Now, I'm going to loop that because he actually looks at me when I say, "What's that?" And he's like, which is, uh-oh.
What's that?
And it's like, yeah, he's got David Bowie eyes, I know. Yeah, right. They're the keepers and we're the pets, I know. I think that's the last one for that day. Yeah. So he is quite the entertainment, let's just put it that way. Sweet Ziggy. And he's become very vocal, which is weird because in the first year of his life with us, it's almost been a year now. Actually, it's been over a year that he's been with us. He really didn't meow much except when he wanted food, but now he's starting to meow more. And it's really interesting that, he's starting to vocalize. And I love it because now we're starting to have conversations. And so in the future, I'm hoping to capture some of those conversations and share them with you. Oh, you're staring at the screen here. Here we go. That's better. Now you can see me. Hello. I keep looking at the wrong screen on OBS. You'd think after almost a year of broadcasting, I would know which screen to look at, right? But no. Okay. So let's take a look-see here. Let me see this for a second. Okay. The tuning, make sure it's... I can vibe on these. I'm thinking of creating like these sections where you have like this kind of, this stuff I'm doing right now is kind of be kind of the sonic fill, and then on top of that I'm going to improvise with some synth stuff, maybe some of this, or maybe piano. I don't know. Not sure. So, let's see here. I kind of dig that. Let's see if we can get some differing timbres out of this puppy. And let's move down. Hang on. Okay. There we go. All right, so now let's find some other loop points here. Let's make this 4. Okay. I'm digging that. But maybe... yeah, let's take you down. I don't know if you play around with this at all in Ableton, but when I'm warping stuff and I stretch stuff, I play around with in the warp engine. I do a lot of sound design using these few commands here. Let me just, hang on, make this a little larger for you so you can actually see what I'm doing. So in the warp engine here, okay, come on. this is where I get a lot of very rich material. Etc. For beat-oriented stuff. The tone is very interesting. It's subtle, but it actually is much more obvious when you take it to a higher pitch. So for example, right now I've transposed it to -2. So I'm going to take it up. That's quite cool. It's like it's almost screaming. Trigger different clips in 116 to discover different ways. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. Absolutely, because a lot of these clips develop their own rhythms. Yeah, right. It's a trial and error thing, you know. I mean, I'm just experimenting and exploring, and I have absolutely zero plan right now. And all I'm doing is I'm just exploring the forest and seeing what's there and kind of mapping it. And then at some point I might have a direction that I'm going to go in, you know. Maybe I decide I'm going to go this path. I'm going to, et cetera, et cetera. It's a silly imagery, but it works for me because it's very visual when I'm thinking about that kind of stuff. And so for me, each one of these is just, these different kinds of, like, once I like a sound like that and I decide to keep it, then maybe I might just affect it in one of these channels and do something, like I might put some EQ on this channel. Let's see here. I can't see. Here we go. All right, let's put you over here. I put the EQ3, okay. Sometimes the EQ3 is a very quick and dirty way of doing stuff, which I like. Let's take the EQ8. Take this off. Yeah, Ableton is genius with this. That's really what I use it for. And live performing. I kind of like this. So I'm going to keep this channel here. Let's see, I'm going to rename this. I'm just going to do, number, low pass, delay. And so this particular track here is going to have low pass delay effects on it. And so I can throw some tracks in there and use that effect. And I genuinely like that sound. Oh, I am liking that a lot. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay, I'm digging that. In fact, I'm digging that so much, I'm just gonna copy that puppy. Okay. Okay, I am digging that. Yes, siree. Okay, so now I've got Seal Pup, how are you doing? What are you doing here? You should be at Synthfest. Shh. I wasn't going to stream, but I decided because of today, it's it's no longer today, is it? It was an intense day. Shh. I know. But Seal Pup, I'm sure you've been lurking and stuff all over. I've been watching all the Synthfest. I didn't participate this month, and I feel I feel like someone punched me in the gut. I really wish I did, but at the same time, I don't have the time right now to do it, to prepare. And one of my Synthfest friends says, well, just improvise. And yeah, okay, I could do that. It's true. You know? Yeah. But my modus operandi has been to prepare pieces and then live perform them. So there is improvisation, but it's like a chef who sets up and preps all the meals, gets all the stuff prepped, and then throws it together and cooks it. And there might be some change of plans while that's going on. That's kind of how I do it. And so I've been doing some sound designing. Okay, we got a nice little thematic salad dressing. Turbojet, do you know Seal Pup? Have you guys met yet? And Ian Upheaval? I think you guys know each other, right? You guys have seen each other in other streams. And the Gordon Ratio, who may or may not still be here, because he may have to go off to work. Or he might have just been totally screwing with me. See, now I distrust him. Because I don't know if he's messing with me. He's not a very honest person, is he now? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yes, you are a fine person, Gordon. So, yeah, the day started off kind of heavy, to put it mildly. Okay. Yes, your paths have crossed. Turbo has not streamed. He has been a lurker and a chat viewer. Although Turbo certainly is a musician, and he certainly has the abilities to stream. And so maybe at some point in the future, we will catch a Turbojet stream. It would be nice. No pressure, Turbo. I think Turbo, you're pretty much set up to do it, aren't you? So maybe he needs me to kick him in the ass. Jetstream, there you go. A Jetstream. My chair's getting all excited. You need an ass kicking? Okay. I will get my foot over there. It's a little bit of a distance, but I think I can do it. So, all right. So today, so far, these are the sounds. The original sound file is way down here. Sounds like, oh wait, stop everything. Try this again. So this is a long kind of improvisatory thing I did where I was just playing around with some very mellow synthy sounds. You've already followed Turbo. Turbo, you need to follow Seal Pup back if you haven't yet. Turbo. I will not have any of that no following business. I don't know. Maybe he already has. Who knows? But I generally, one thing is for sure, that if you're going to go and follow me, I'm going to follow you. And that's something that you can send a virtual foot from Norway. That's one hell of a foot. This is the size of a fjord or a ginormous, immense mountainous foot coming our way. But I mean, I feel strongly about that if someone's going to follow me, I will follow them back and I will check them out. And even if they're a gamer, and they're not a musician and they follow me and they're just curious, I'll follow them back because maybe I'll lurk in one of their streams and interact with them a little bit. Because I think it's an honor if someone follows you, and I see it that way. And so I want to know those people, and I'll kind of check you out in a kind of a creepy way. No, I'm just kidding. But I definitely check out people's streams. I look at their VODs if they have any. If they don't, then I read about them. Maybe they said something about themselves. It's cool. Other than that, if it's an HOSS, then it's a bot, then I just block them. And tonight we've only had one bot. One exception. Yeah, right. Does Foot speak Bokmal or Nyorsk? That's so cool. That's awesome, man. He's poor Eon Upheaval's not feeling too well today. So we all need to send Eon Bokmal. Is that how you did I pronounce it correctly? Is that a sound at the end? Book or mal? Because I don't know how to pronounce. Been on hospital. Yeah, I know. I only had one today on this stream, which maybe I'm just not, but forgot But poor Bleep Temple had like a ton of them. I think they go by how many followers you have, and then they spam you that way. Maybe. I don't know. Eon Upheaval, have you gotten any of these stupid bots when you stream? I think gamers get more, actually, which is really obnoxious. The poor gamers, they're trying to focus on a game, and then they keep getting these stupid bots. And some of these bots are pretty vicious. Apparently, they will look up your IP address, and that's not cool. I don't think it's the Haas ones, though, if I remember correctly. I was reading about this, and I really don't know how this whole thing works. Eon Upheaval probably knows a lot more about this than I do. How the whole bot thing works, how do you generate bots and all that stuff. But it's so annoying. Yeah. So anyway, we have this long, kind of mellowed out thing, and it's 15 minutes long. So I've kind of taken bits of that. Your stream will be via tethered phone. Wow. Eon Upheaval's looking up a way to block followers. Removing followers won't help, yeah. Oh, you gotta go, Gordon? Okay. Take care, man. It's always good to see you. Check in if you don't know Gordon, you can check out his music. Gordon, do you have it under Gordon Ratio, or do you have it under Damn Site? Or under your name, Gordon Bajali? Hey. And maybe Sealpup and Eon Upheaval can answer this. I don't know why my shout out doesn't work. When I try to do a shout out, it doesn't work. Stopping followers before the damage happens, yeah. Oh, okay. You think your links are updated? I will test this later, Gordon. And so he has some really cool music too, so check it out. All right, so that's that. And all right, take care of yourself, man. So right now we're just listening to kind of like sonic Lego blocks that I created, and this is not necessarily in the order that it's going to happen. Let's take that down a little bit. Not so obnoxious. There we go. Put this guy over here, actually. That's better. That's a little more cool that way. I'm digging that. is all basically the same sound. I'm just kind of sound designing it through Ableton, messing with it. And then we can always go. Something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. There's a setting in Twitch to only raid from friends that can. Okay, yeah, that's true. But we ran into troubles with that, Aeon, because I forgot who it was. They were trying to raid them, but they had done that. They'd set it up so that you can't raid them if you don't follow them. And so the previous player on the Synthfest was trying to raid the next person, but I guess they didn't follow them yet. So they couldn't raid them. So that was awkward. But they figured it out, you know. But you're right. There are some ways that I think Twitch is working on this. I really do. I mean, obviously they sent us this note, you know, trying to placate us, but I have faith in them. I mean, they want us to stay here. They don't want us to leave. You know, my good friend Shitwolf was banned from Twitch for some stupid reason. I think bots I think a whole bunch of bots basically spammed his chat when he wasn't even online and did all these violations on his chat thing and then reported him. And he's been kind of permabanned. So it's like they did this malicious thing to him and he got into trouble. And he's now spent several days trying to clear this with the Twitch powers that be. That's really sad because, you know, he didn't do anything. So that kind of sucks, you know. He might have come back on with a different name, but he was saying that we should create a whole separate platform that's not Twitch. It wouldn't be that hard, and he thinks that it should be focused on musicians and music, making live music, because he feels that, you know, Twitch is really geared towards gaming, which it is. But, you know, since COVID, we've had millions of musicians move on here, you know? So, yeah. Right. Oh yeah, right. Seal Pup. That was, I remember, was that you that was saying that? Before you had mentioned that, the chat setting called R9K. Right. And I forgot what that means. But it restricts things. Is that what it is? Yeah. I don't remember. And then Yanni people, let's see. Yeah, I agree. As long as the streamer's not streaming, that chat should be. Yeah, Xeno, that's right. You mentioned it in Xeno, I remember now. Yeah. You set up R9K. What does it do? Does it work? How do you even set that up? I'm just curious. Because maybe a lot of us need to do it. But Xeno was saying he doesn't want to block people. He wants it to be inclusive, but that means he's going to get spammed. So that's never cool. I'll research it. I'll check it out. I will definitely unique chat. Oh, okay. Spamability. I will look into it. You guys don't have to explain it to me. I will check it out. I will definitely look into it. And I have faith in Twitch. I don't think Twitch is going to be evil. I hope they do the right thing, you know, and if they don't, then a lot of people are going to leave, and then another place will be set up for musicians. That's what's going to happen. Messages over 9 characters. Oh, I see. Uniqueness, right? It checks to see if you Aha. Okay. Right, because the spam bots have short messages that are jerky. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Over the course of 10 minutes? Okay. So I'm kind of digging this section here. Something. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that this is I'm gonna let this sit and marinate, which is what I usually do when I'm working on something. I'll just let it sit and marinate a little bit and play around with it and see where it goes. That came from this guy. You're gonna block everything. I see. Your auto mod is max. They're gonna hate it. You're right. That's funny. Yeah, I think that when I first started streaming, my auto mod was at max, and it's like you couldn't say anything. You get modded constantly. It was so obnoxious. I had to change that. I just kind of made it go away. So, but this is a serious problem, right? Okay, I'm digging this ethereal thing here. Yeah, this has a melody to it, right? It's very French. It feels very French. Seal Pup, where are you located? I'm just curious. I'm in New England here on the East Coast. I vaguely remember you saying you might not be that far away. Patrician. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I got modded. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. So you're in older England? Seal Pup, does that mean it's like 5:30, almost 5:22 where you are? And Eon, it's past 6 a.m. in Norway. You need to get some sleep. Especially if you feel like crap, my friend. 5:22 a.m. You guys, are you staying up for the Synthfest? Is that what's going on? Or are you just a natural late night person? Which I am too, but I've been forcing myself to go to sleep early. 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to get to sleep. I'm staring at the ceiling. But as I told Ian Upheaval, I just take a little bit of children's Benadryl. It's a liquid children's Benadryl, like a half or a quarter dosage. A little shot. Turbojet grew up in Old England. Right. Maybe you guys live next to each other. Your proper work would see you awake at this hour. Ew. Seal Pup, that's ugh. That's harsh. I don't know. I'm not a morning person at all. So I had this one job when I was in my late teens, early 20s. I worked for this company called Bagel Barn. Yeah, you're chill in your bed there. Good for you. Bagel Barn and I had to deliver bagels. And I was a Bagel Barn bagel delivery boy. I had an outfit and hat. And I had to deliver 800 pounds of bagels. And I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had to be there by 4:30 and start loading the van and driving all over the state with hot, fresh bagels. Do you know how hungry you get smelling hot, fresh bagels? You would still be awake from the night shift. Got you. I see what you're saying. And so I'm delivering these bagels, and the van breaks down. And the owner gives me his wife's car as an emergency. It is a pink 1972 or 74 Cadillac. The giant one. And here I am loading 800 pounds of bagels into the back seat and trunk of a pink Cadillac. Actually, you know what I did was I didn't feel sick. I actually would reach right behind me and grab the everything bagels and just eat them as I was driving. It's amazing I didn't gain 500 pounds doing that job. I was skinny as a rail. I could eat forever, right? And then not gain anything. Pink Caddy Poggersdorf. Yeah, it wasn't a convertible, but it was a pink Cadillac. And so here I got to deliver all these bagels all over the state in a pink Cadillac for a couple of weeks while the van was getting fixed. And so it became a thing. Yeah. What can I say? So, yeah. But at any rate, I'm going to be calling my stream. I'm gonna go and raid somebody who's at Synthfest. Do we know who the next Synthfester is? Who is? Oh, is it 1 versus 0? Oh, cool. He's doing it right. Okay. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raid 1 versus 0 at the Synthfest, and let's go and and when we get in there, just spam your emotes so they know that they've been raided and all that stuff. I'll see you guys over there, okay? It's a real pleasure that you guys popped in. Thank you for being here, and I'm glad I got a chance to talk to you. I'm glad I got a chance to work on this because the Synthfest has inspired me, and yesterday was a very dark day, so it kind of helped to end the day with this, It was a dark day. So thank you guys. So here we go. I'm just going to raid. Get ready. 1 versus 0. There he is. Okay. Are we ready for spaghetti? We're going to start the raid. It's getting ready. They're ready to raid. Here we go. Okay, folks. I'll see you over there. You guys rock. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night, folks.